Welcome back. Episode 43. It's Amanda. It's
999?
Winston, and it's me, Jody. No.
It's like episode 999.
It does. It does. Sometimes. Sometimes this is work. Sometimes it's fun.
It should always be fun.
Sometimes it's pulling teeth. Sometimes trying to get subject matter. Sometimes someone doesn't want to
I don't like subjects.
Somebody doesn't want structure.
You script it, and you talk about TV shows that's scripted. That's not real.
Yeah. This is different. You
Okay.
got to have a little bit of structure.
I got structure. Let's go. So, I got a new candy. You've already tried it once, but I think you need to do it again. Okay? This is the Sweet Tarts Gummy Halos. It's tart and chewy, soft and fluffy. Blue Punch, strawberries and cream. I need you to try it again because I think it's really good.
So I'm not big on gummy stuff. That's part of the problem.
Is that the problem?
Like gummy bears and gummy worms. Did you used to like that growing up?
I love gummy bear and gummy worms.
I didn't care nothing about that. And see now,
You like the hard sour candy.
yeah, but now all the gummies have gone to just like pure sugar because it looks nothing like it used to with like a gummy bear.
Right.
So this is like granulates of sugar.
It's good. I like it. Don't smack.
What flavor?
Strawberry. Hold on. Blue Punch. And strawberries and cream.
See, I mean, it's okay. I mean, you can have the bag to yourself.
Good.
I won't fight you for it.
Good. Because I love it. I like the new
Why
candy.
don't you pick something that's like a little bit more unusual for me to try out?
That's a new candy. So I picked it.
Okay.
New things.
We've got an orange thing in there too that you've been wanting to do.
Yeah, it might be a little too old to do.
Is it?
I don't know.
Did we get it at Christmas time?
Yeah. Might need to look at the date
So
on that
it's
sucker.
6 months old. Surely it's still good. Wouldn't it be? 6 months?
It's chocolate.
Chocolate? Probably right there at it.
Probably.
It don't have a long shelf life, but I guess 6 months. Surely you should eat it within 6 months, right? If you buy it.
Why have we not done it?
I mean, I would give it like 2 weeks and you should have it at.
I'm not a big chocolate person, so I think that's why I hadn't.
Well, I think what it was is we got it sitting in there, and we've always talked about, hey, we'll do a quick
video
of it,
and we never
like
do.
a minute and a half video. So we've never actually sat down to do that. So,
But I would rather have candy than chocolate.
just because of the mess, or what?
No.
I'll take a Reese's cup over anything.
Okay, if we're doing that, then
Or-
I'm taking Reese Pieces over anything. And then I go to candy. I'm just not a big chocolate. Like, if I have a choice between candy, say sour candy, and a chocolate bar, I'm going to pick the sour candy.
Lemon heads.
Definitely.
I could make myself sick off lemon heads because they're so good. I'll just get a mouth of them, full of them. Like when we go road tripping.
When we go road tripping, we have to have candy. So that's why I try new candy.
But it's a lot of times when we come back, right? It's not necessarily going.
No, it's when I'm going to sleep and you guys stay awake.
Yeah.
So you got
But lemons is the go-to.
Yeah, lemon heads is the
always
go-to.
That and like a sweet tart something.
Lemon heads and Red Hots.
Red Hots is good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever think about them, but
Red Hots are good.
now the what is it? Butterscotch disc.
I don't care for butterscotch.
My mom usually gets me some kind of like a stocking stuff for Christmas.
Do you mean caramel or butterscotch?
It's butterscotch. The only time I ever eat it because that one bag, it's like when I eat one, I can't stop, and when just a few days, they're all gone, and I'll never touch them again until Christmas. But they are so good. I don't know. It's like
I don't care about butterscotch. I mean, it's okay.
This is nothing we were going to talk about. We're going to talk about Memorial Day. We just celebrated Memorial Day last week.
Last week?
Is that right? I've got all my days mixed up.
Last week?
So, no.
Microwave.
Yeah, it's on the microwave, yeah. What was I saying?
Memorial Day.
Memorial
It was
Day.
last week.
It was last week. And so
Not this week.
when this
No,
comes out,
When this comes out,
it's going to be a week.
I don't
You
know.
gotta
I'm
think
so
about that.
confused.
You don't need to think about the day
when
that
we
you're
were.
recording. You need to think about the day that it's released.
I know. It'll be a week Monday.
Right. And we're supposed
We're recording on Saturday.
So Memorial Day, we're supposed to commemorate and honor our fallen soldiers, right? Or what I
Right.
would call our heroes,
yes,
right?
that were killed in battle, right?
Right.
That's what it's all
isn't-
about, right?
This isn't Veterans Day.
right.
You know, when we celebrate our veterans. This isn't the 4th of July. We get all that when we celebrate our independence from
Or is it anybody that was in battle?
I say Memorial Day, I think we need to think of all the soldiers.
Right.
Really passed.
Because you see all the flags hanging down
right,
the city,
but
and
you're
it's
think-
all soldiers. But memorial,
But it's fallen soldiers. You're memorializing them.
then why do we say
it's like a funeral?
Happy Memorial Day?
Well, I don't agree with that, and I don't hear a lot of people. But when I do hear that, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Somebody
Happy?
else brought that up too on their show about why we say Happy Memorial Day,
But
when it's really not.
I don't hear a whole lot of it. But it stands out when I hear it because I
Yeah.
don't hear it enough.
Yeah.
But I want to slap them and say, what are you talking about? There is no happy. We can celebrate it, thinking about them, memorialize them, like I said, but
Why is it the
we're
start
not-
of summer?
we're not saying happy. It's not like happy birthday. You don't say
Right.
you don't say hey, happy Christmas, do you?
Why is it the symbol for the start of summer?
It's
Or
just-
not symbol, but you know what I
it's-
mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody thinks that's the
It's the
start of summer.
unofficial. It's the unofficial start of summer. That's what it is. It's
Why?
not because it falls right there during the time when it becomes summer. You know?
Well, that's crazy.
So I
don't like
didn't
it.
know that. I've never thought about this. I just look at the calendar and I see when Memorial Day is, just like I see all holidays. I'll look at every once in a while. I'll go and I say, "Hey, what's Christmas fall on this year?" And I'll look. Is it a Thursday? Is it a Saturday? Is it a Monday? Just because I want to know. I don't have to look at the calendar for Thanksgiving because I know when Thanksgiving
always a
falls.
Thursday.
Always on a Thursday. I didn't know that Memorial Day is always the last Monday of May.
You didn't know that?
I had no idea.
Yes.
No.
I did know that.
Never thought about it. Never, like I said, because I
Always.
just didn't know that.
Yep.
Hmm.
What else you got about Memorial Day?
It used to be called Decoration Day.
Yes.
And then in the mid-1850s,
They still do decoration around
60s,
here.
70s, it got changed to Memorial Day. It was still unofficial at that time. Well, decoration in the South is different than Decoration Day, what we're talking about. Decoration Day, there were, I think it was just because of the Civil War. I think it was called Decoration Day because they're memorializing I think it was Union soldiers that got killed. I don't think it was Confederate soldiers, but I could be wrong. I'm not up on all that.
You didn't search it that much?
No, I did have one fact. I got one fact right down here. Let's see. Let me see if I can read it from right here.
You don't got your glasses on.
Yeah, but it's far enough away. I've got it sitting on the floor right here. So in 1968, Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which established Memorial Day as the last Monday in May, like I said a minute ago. In order,
You didn't know that.
No, this is not me talking. This is what they say. In order to create a 3-day weekend for federal employees. But Memorial Day didn't actually become an official holiday until 1971. And also, flags are to be flown at half staff from sunrise to noon. I didn't know that either.
I did not know that.
No.
Ours wasn't down, was
But-
it, at church?
So this, yeah, no.
No.
Well,
I'm pretty sure no.
I wouldn't have came through there at any point during, say, from 6 a.m. to noon to know if it would have. I don't know. Maybe I did and didn't notice it. But anyway, so I thought it was, to me, it sounds like this was all political because it was made for the Monday to give federal workers a 3-day weekend.
Why do they need a 3-day weekend?
Well, this is Jody's logic.
Oh, don't get him started.
In Jody's perfect world, I would say put all holidays on Saturday. Plain and simple.
Everybody's
Christmas,
not off on Saturdays.
I understand that. But that makes a whole lot more sense to me than you gonna bite my hand off. Labor Day, let's celebrate it on a Saturday. Christmas, a Saturday. Thanksgiving, let's celebrate on a Saturday. Because you change, especially these holidays that are changed up, like July 4th throughout the week, it messes everything up. If you're in a business to where you get certain deliveries on a certain day or whatever it is, say you work for Amazon, people shut down. Just like Christmas, you have to shut down. I would hope most places shut down, except I know hospitals don't. But you have to rearrange scheduling. You have to do this, do that. This, that, and the other. Shameless plug. And I'm just like, just bam. Everything's on a Saturday. Ahead of time. Go with it.
Shut it all down.
Shut it all down. Forget this 3-day weekend. Because that's what, between the government giving their workers 3-day weekends and Hallmark making up all these holidays and Secretary's Day and all this stuff to where we have to buy cards and stuff. And
you about to get in trouble
I'm
now.
just saying.
Hate mail.
Well, just saying.
Jay Ratliff.
If there's guys listening to me right now, they would agree with me. Unless you work for the federal government and you're like, he's a bozo. He needs to shut his mouth. But everything else is, yeah.
You hitting it hard.
So, you're celebrating, you're memorializing. We talked about that. But is there anything that goes on Memorial Day? You've got, like, on July 4th, you have Coney Island has the hot dog eating contest. Joey Chestnut, talk about him all the time on the other podcast. The records that he sets, all these hot dogs he can eat in 10 minutes. It is crazy. It's the worst thing. Hey, let me tell you.
But didn't he get in trouble?
He did. But let me tell you something. If you've never seen it, don't just go watch the video because it might make you throw up. Because it is terrible. Because if you watch them, you'll see some of the people that's actually participate. They will throw up. So that's nasty. And they shoot fireworks.
Why do they shoot fireworks on Memorial Day?
Well, on July 4th, I get it. But on Memorial Day, we heard fireworks being shot. And I don't understand. It's almost the same thing as saying Happy Memorial Day.
Don't you think a veteran doesn't want to hear that?
Yeah, we're shooting fireworks for the people that lost their lives to keep us free.
Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
I mean, I know. Yeah.
Maybe you're deep in the sauce all day long. You've been hitting it pretty hard, and then that night you're like, "Hey, we're gonna shoot some Roman candles."
Who started shooting fireworks on Memorial Day?
I don't know. I guess they just thought maybe it's kids that like.
And let's put a limit on these fireworks of what time. If it's after 11 o'clock, don't shoot fireworks.
That's true.
Okay, I'll give you till midnight.
That's what I hate about New Year's Eve. Is because it's a free-for-all. It's like, hey, we're letting you do whatever you want to up until probably 2 o'clock in the morning. If you ain't got to shoot them at midnight, we'll let you keep going as late as you want to, which is crazy. But
that's rough.
I'm not a big... Well, I like fireworks, but I would say when it gets dark...
Shoot them and get it over with.
9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, and be done.
Be done with it. Some people have to work.
I know. Exactly. That's
right?
it. That's it.
Some people have to
get
work.
up early and work.
And it scares
Everybody's got dogs.
crap out of dogs.
Majority of people now seem to have dogs in their house and everything, but we used to have a chocolate lab named Sadie that if it thundered,
she gone.
She was under the bed. So you can imagine with fireworks.
She did not like fireworks.
Yeah, but this dog right here, Winston, he don't care.
He don't care.
Nothing
as long as he's in your lap.
Nothing bothers him at all. Nothing. Earthquake, I don't think he'd even bat an eye at him. But anyway, I don't think there's anything on Memorial Day. I do know that I was thinking of like some kind of event, but that we might do on Memorial Day. I don't think of anything, but I know the president puts a wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier. I know that's a tradition.
I seen the tomb of the unknown soldier.
I know you did.
Sorry.
You saw a lot of stuff in Washington. A trip that you didn't care about taking, which I would have loved to have gone. So
I tried to get you to go.
Appreciate you for rubbing that in.
I tried to get you to go.
Yeah.
The tomb of the unknown soldier. That's.
Did y'all see the
switching of the guards? Yeah, we saw it all.
Have you ever watched the videos of somebody that like crosses over the chain or tries to walk up and get a close picture?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's if you hadn't seen that, hadn't been there, that's something to do.
So another thing that I saw, and this might happen on Memorial Day. I don't know. I think it was last week when it happened. It might have been the week before. But it's in England. But it's that cheese rolling contest. You know when they... I don't know if we've ever talked about this before. We've watched a documentary.
We've watched it.
Right.
We've watched it.
But I don't think we've ever talked in depth about
I don't think so.
all of it. But last week when they had it, there was a guy, there's a video that I don't know how many times I saw it, but this dude goes airborne. He they start running down this hill, and then they start sliding and flopping and all this stuff. Anyway, he hit wrong, whatever, and he just went airborne, flipping. I don't know how far he went and then landed. I don't know if it was him that got hurt or whatever, but somebody got hurt on they have 2 or 3 events. And
he was flipping over the cheese. Do they roll with the cheese?
Okay.
What do they do?
All right. So everybody's on top of the hill.
Okay.
And it's kind of like 3, 2, 1, go, and everybody
Yeah.
takes out. But they roll the cheese down the hill.
Big cheese?
Yeah, the big cheese. That's what they call me.
The big
That's
cheese.
my nickname.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't. It's like a 5-pound. It's like a wagon wheel, like a mini wagon wheel size. I think it's 5 pounds. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, whoever can get down the hill the fastest wins the cheese, gets the big cheese. So somebody got hurt and had to be airlifted, and I think they call it air bust.
They got run over by cheese.
No, they on the way down. That either somebody ran up. Boy, if you see as many times as they flip and flop, I mean, I'm surprised more. Head trauma doesn't happen because it looks pretty dangerous. I wouldn't do it. If I was younger, I'd do it. I wouldn't do it now at my age.
I wouldn't do it.
But I'd like to watch it.
I like to watch it, but I don't like
That
doing
would. It's something that we're going to talk about on our next episode. But
Yeah.
I would watch it just like with your soapbox derby,
Right.
the Red Bull soapbox that we're
Right.
hooked on. But
Zip it.
we'll stop right there.
Zip.
You can check that out on the next episode.
Zip, zip. To be continued on that one.
Yeah. But that would be, I don't know, I don't think it would be a bucket list thing to do, but if I ever worked my way over to England, I might see if I could time it to where I'd be going over there when this is going to, because I'd like
Where
to
you
see
could
the
watch
side.
it.
Yeah, I'd like to
Not
be
be
on the
in
side.
it.
No. But I'd like to see
Like
it.
the chasing of the bulls.
I don't want to be a part of that at all.
Is that what it's called?
Running of the bulls?
Running of the bulls.
Yeah.
That's about stupid.
Yeah, if I'm in a windowsill, like on the 3rd level, watching them go by like a balcony,
Yeah.
I'm there. But I'm not going to be on the street going. I'm
You
not
like
gonna
watching
be,
those dumb people just...
I'm not, I've always thought, Jody's going to be taken out by that freak accident. This is not going to be a freak accident because you're not going to see me on the sidewalk when the bulls are coming by.
No, you
and
just
take
ride
yours.
bulls. That's all.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Well, what's the difference?
There's a big difference.
Is there?
35 years different. 30.
No, I mean, what's the difference
30
in
years difference.
riding a bull and running from a bull?
There's still a big difference.
You
Riding a bull and running away from a bull are 2 totally different things.
still...
You gotta know what you're doing in both
Okay.
situations.
You're
but
still dumb in both situations.
I would run from a bull nowadays before I'd ride a bull. And apparently
Riding a bull wasn't
I
fun?
wasn't that smart back then. Was it?
Was it fun?
It was. I tell you, when you're on a bull and you feel the power that they have when you're in the chute with them.
It's adrenaline rush.
It is an adrenaline rush, but your nerves are like, man, what am I doing? I'm crazy. I've lost my mind. It's like there's no backing out now. But the kicker is it's one thing because when you first get on the bull and you sit down in the chute, you're holding on to both.
To the
both-
rails.
Yeah.
Right.
To the chute, both sides of the railing.
So
And
you're not
lowering-
sitting down yet.
But what a lot of times the bull will do is when they get in the chute is they lean to one side. They're not standing up. They're leaning on one side. So the guys have to put their boots in between the railing and push the bull upright so you can get your leg down beside them. So guess what? Now that you've got
Now
your
you're
leg and you're
smushed.
sitting on them, they move their boots. And what does the bull do? He leans back over there. So now your legs, being
Smushed.
Yeah. So there's a lot. Nobody thinks about that either. But when you're sitting on them, you're nervous, you're excited, adrenaline starting and all this stuff. But it doesn't get real until they start tightening that bull rope. And when your hand tightens and you realize that it is so tight.
You don't tighten the rope, do you?
No,
Your
you have
other
somebody-
dude, your person
Yeah,
tightens it.
you
or
tell them
whatever.
when to stop, but they tighten that, and you've heated up. It's got rosin, on the bull rope, and you heat it up. You're going up and down on there, and you're heating it up with your glove.
Why?
To make it sticky.
Oh.
So when they tie, they put it in there. You put your hand in there. They tighten it up. It is so tight, you're thinking, there's no way my hand's going to come out of this, and I'm going to be stuck. That's what you think, because it's so tight.
I'm just stuck on this bull.
I'm just stuck on this bull. And we ain't even got out of the chute yet, and all this is
You're
going on.
still in the chute.
Still in the chute. But yeah, and then too, you have to slide it. And I'm talking like I'm a professional now. I'm by no means professional. If I'd have done it longer, I know I would have got good at it. Because it's just something you'd have to learn. You just can't do. You can't ride 3 or 4 bulls, and you get better.
What got you started on riding bulls?
I don't know. The guys I was hanging around. But anyway, so once you get your hand tied down, all this stuff, or wrapped, whatever you call it, you slide up on your hand, and you have to lean over the bull's head. So you want to be in front. You don't ever want to get back. If you ever get back on, like leaned back, or
You're in trouble.
If you ever get pushed off of your hand, so you're actually like sitting further on them. So now instead of your hand being up close, you've scooted away. You're in a danger zone. Your butt's on the back end of the bull. He's gonna pop you, and you're gonna be skyrocketed. Yeah. But the other thing is, you're leaned up on your hand, and your head is leaned up over
the horns?
Yeah, or the hump. Like one bull I
Oh.
rode, his name was Sleepy. They called him 71, also known as Sleepy. He's got this big hump right here. So you're leaning over him like this right here, and it's like you're gonna kiss the hump. And you're thinking,
Did you wear a mask?
No.
I mean, any kind of cover,
no.
face cover?
No, we were the real deal back then.
Oh, real deal. Here we go. The
Which is
real
great.
deal.
A bull rider just got killed a couple weeks ago, I saw.
Oh, really?
No, we wore, of course, the vests.
Yeah.
But if they land solid, quit. I'm talking to the dog. I'm not talking to Amanda, for those that are listening. If the bull lands solid on you, like on your chest, it's going to kill you anyway with all that weight. So all that vest is basically doing is keeping you from getting gored if he slings it. And they're not tipped. The tips are cut off, sanded down, whatever you want to call it. So you don't have a sharp point. You're not going to get gored, but it's still going to hurt if he gets you in between the fence and that horn.
I wouldn't mind going to a rodeo.
Yeah.
The PBR.
PBR, yeah.
I'm thinking PRB. I think you're right.
Yeah.
PBR. We went, didn't we? One time?
A few times.
A few times,
Birmingham,
yeah. I guess we did a few times.
I mean, we've been to local stuff and all that, but
yeah.
I think a few
Anyway, however we got on that.
You were running with the bulls, and you asked me about riding of the bulls.
Riding. So would you rather ride or run?
Oh, run.
See, I just think that's the craziest thing ever.
Oh, well, no, if I'm running, are you talking about being on the streets?
Just like they
or
do.
Or are you talking about me being in a field?
Just like they do.
Are you talking about any situation and you having to run away?
I'm talking about what they do, the running of the bulls.
See, I thought you were just meaning like any situation I'm running away from a bull.
No.
I'll take that all day long.
No.
I'll take, because...
You're going to get trampled on.
There's no scenario. You're not telling me, am I like 10 feet away and they say go and they let the bull loose and I've got to get away? Or am I just standing on the streets waiting for the bulls to run? I'm waiting on the bulls to come around the corner. We know they're coming eventually, and all these guys are standing around waiting, and then we just start taking off running. I'm taking my chances with that, yeah.
Okay.
I can push a guy down.
And you can get trampled on and get pushed down.
Or a guy can push me down.
On.
Yeah.
All right.
Because if I do that, it's legit. I'm touching a bull because I'm riding a bull. I'm in a chute. We're making contact. There could be more contact coming. I could get hurt if I'm riding a bull. If I'm running with the bulls, there's a 95, 99% chance, whatever it is, that I'm not even going to get near it. So.
Possible.
Yeah.
All right. We're keeping it short and sweet this week.
That's it.
We done pretty good. We're going to try shorter sessions, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll suit us a little better than longer.
I think it'll help us out, and maybe y'all enjoy it more. But check us out. If you're just listening, of course, we're on Spotify, Apple iHeart.
TikTok.
Well, I'm just talking about where you get your podcasts at.
Yeah.
There's 10 or 12 sites
But
you
we
can
need
listen
you to
to us.
follow us on TikTok.
But what we're saying, if you're listening to us there, check us out on TikTok. Same name. This, that, and other.
Mm-hmm.
Check us out on YouTube. We're just now kind of starting the YouTube thing.
We're starting some lives on TikTok.
Yeah, we did a live today on TikTok. Just some fun stuff. Just we were outside cooking some steaks and all that. And
Just we ain't got
answering
nothing else
some
to do.
That's right. So yeah, so check us out on TikTok
empty
or
nesters.
YouTube, and we sure would appreciate it. Hey, and if you hadn't hit that like or that subscribe or that 5-star rating, do that too. The 5-star rating really makes a big difference for us and helps push us out there. We just want to talk and have fun. We don't want to get famous and make a lot of money, but if that happened, whatever. But
Speak for yourself.
help us out. We'd appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Until next time, we will see you.
See ya.
Bye.